Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So today in this video I'm going to show you how to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor. So let's say you are working here in Canada on a work permit and your work permit is expired and you want to stay here for some more time. There could be multiple reasons. Let's say the current pandemic situation where international travel has been affected a lot, where a lot of countries like India where international flights are not coming in. So if you are from India and working here in Canada on a closed work permit and your work permit is going to expire and your employer is not willing to extend it, then what you can do? You can extend your stay as a visitor. Like let's say you were on a job contract, you were on a work permit and now that is like it's not being extended. Then you can stay here as a visitor for some more time. So that is what we are going to do in this video. So in front of you I have opened this IRCC MyCIC account. So here you have this option. So click on apply to come to Canada. Now here you need to select under which category you are applying. So you will be applying a visitor. So what would you like to do in Canada? So you are already in Canada. So you want to stay here as a visitor. So just put visit. How long you are planning? Temporarily less than 6 months. Let's say you want to extend your stay by 3 months. Select the code. Let's say you are from India. This is just a particular situation. There could be numerous. What is your current country or territory? As you are in Canada. That is why Canada. Okay, do you have a family member who is Canadian citizen, permanent resident? Let's say no. What is your date of birth? So let's say this guy is from 1990, not too old. Month, let's say August 1st. Next, please. Have you lived in Canada as a permanent resident or landed immigrant? Let's say no. Next. Are you a lawful resident of US with USCIC number? Let's say no. You are not a green card holder. What is your current immigration status in Canada? You are a worker. What is your marital status? You are married or let's say unmarried, whatever. Never married, single. What is the province of destination? So let's say you are in Ontario. So you can see here like the possible options. So it is clearly showing you may be able to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor tourist. So this is what we wanted. Click on continue. So it's very important you answer the questionnaire of MyCIC very carefully because your document checklist, forms, everything is gonna be populated based on this. Are you a company family member who is a student? Let's say no, the guy is alone. When does your stay in Canada expire? Okay. So 2020, now we are in April, May, June, let's say July 10. Okay. Have you had a medical exam performed by a primary physician within last 12 months? Let's say no. Do you want to work in one of the following jobs? He doesn't want to work, so no. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? No, he is alone. Someone access to your application? No, he is doing it himself. In the past 10 years, have you given your biometrics? So let's say when he came to Canada, that time he appeared, so he has given yes. If no, then put no. There are fees associated with the application. Will you be paying fee? Yes, he will be paying. Will you be able to make a digital copy of your documents? Yes. Will you be paying your fee using debit card, credit card? Yeah, he will. Here you can review all your answers. If there is any change required, you can select. It's always up to you. Like you should definitely and for sure fill up this questionnaire very carefully. Review your answers before you submit because that's how your document checklist is gonna appear. So You can see the document checklist has been populated. So passport, you're gonna upload your passport, a proof of means of financial support required. So basically, because you are gonna stay as a visitor, means on visitor no work condition, so you should have enough financial resources to support yourself. So here you can quote your bank statement and other documents to prove your financial ability to support yourself while you stay here. Digital photo specifications are given here as per your case, so based on that you should upload. This is an optional document, IMM 5257. This is not required to be submitted, but I strongly support this needs to be submitted. You should submit it. And client information, it's not mandatory, but I strongly suggest everyone to submit this, because this is your opportunity to describe your case in front of a case officer. Somebody should read it and get the essence of your case straight away, that why you are doing it and what your application is all about. It should be very clear. And it's always good, like, you should observe it from neutral eyes, like you are a case officer, you don't know the candidate personally. So when you read it, it should make sense to you. So in that way you should evaluate it. And this is like this document we are going to fill up. I'll not go to the next stage. I'll show you how to fill this document, because this is a test application. Like once you upload all the files, you get the next option. There you put the digital signature and pay the fee. So that I'm not gonna do, because this is just a sample application. And for filling up this 5257, the link is gonna be available in the description. You can pick it up from there. So now we are gonna see how to fill up the form IMM 5708E. Application to change condition, extend my stay or remain in Canada as a visitor or temporary resident permit holder. So as we discussed earlier, like this is for the case like you are on a work permit that's going to expire, and you want to extend your stay as a visitor due to whatever reason. So that's what we are going to do. Alright. So the first field is UCI, Unique Client Identifier. This is not a mandatory field, but I strongly suggest you to fill this up, because this is something going to be very easy for the officers to pull out your profile, okay, from their system. So now let's like if you are already on a study permit or work permit, you can find it over there. Alright, so I want service in, let's say, English. You want to apply your status, like extend my status as a visitor. So let's assume there's a guy whose name is John Smith from India who's doing it. Have used any other name? Let's say this guy has never used. Male. So let's say this guy was born in August 1st. He was born in New Delhi, India. His citizenship is India. Current country of residence, status, worker. From, so let's say he came in 2018, month let's say 0701, and work permit is valid 2020 0701, just sample case. Previous country or territory. During past 5 years, have you lived in any country or territory other than your country of citizenship or your current country? Let's say no. Whatever is applicable in your case. Your current marital status, let's say single. Have you previously been married or in common ownership? Let's say no. Languages, native language or mother tongue, let's say he's from India, so his native language is Hindi, just for sample. Are you able to communicate English in English? Yes. Have you taken tests? So because he is from like he is a worker, so he has not taken it. Passport, I need to create a sample Indian passport number. Country, India. Let's say this was issued in 2016 to 9/15. and typical Indian passports valid for 10 years. Do you have a nationality document? Yes. Document number. I mean, in India you get documents like Aadhaar card, PAN card. So when I applied my first step, not exactly this one, I put the PAN card number, it was easily accepted. And in PAN card you don't have an issue date and expiry date. USPR card, you green card holder, no. Move, contact information, current, let's say he is living at 1 apartment 1, I don't even know, it's Toronto Neo Street, I don't know if such a street exists or not. City, Toronto, province, Ontario, postal code, just sample, I don't know even this exists or not. Destination is the same, yes. The Canada US number, yes, he has one. Let's say he has a cellular number, so I'm just putting a sample number, and he has an email address where he can be reached. Date and place, so we 2018 he came, right? Yes, okay. So 2018 0701, place, let's say Toronto, year, or just like Toronto. Whatever is applicable in your case. Or you can just even write Toronto. The original purpose of coming to Canada: work. Date of place of your most into Canada, if not same. Like, so let's say this guy has not left the country, so this is not required to be filled. If applicable, provide the document of the most recent visitor record, study permit or issued to you. So he has a work permit issued, so I'm just putting a sample number. Details of visit to Canada. So here you need to select a reason very carefully. Like, he is already the worker, he wants to stay in Canada as a visitor. So in this current pandemic situation, you can write other and specify due to COVID-19 travel restrictions. I mean, you need to specify why you want to say in this present sentence, and the more you can specify in the explanation, client information letter also, that you upload along with your application. How long you are planning to stay? So it's expiring in if I'm not wrong, I have put in July 1st. Okay. Oh, to stay. So 2007 01 to, let's say 3 months we need, right? So 20, oh I'm sorry, 10/01. Funds available, let's say he has saved a lot of funds, paid by myself. Name, address of any person, institution I will visit. So like it depends like what you would like. If you want to visit any address or anything during that stay, you can put, and address in Canada, like you can put like one Toronto, whatever, wherever you are with it, Toronto, Ontario. I don't remember what I had put above, so just whatever is applicable in your case. So that's it. Education. Have you done any post-secondary education including university, college or intermediate? Yes. So provide the details of your highest level of post-secondary education. So whatever graduate, let's say this guy has done 4 years of graduation. So that can be put over here. Employment. Give details of your employment for past 10 years including if you have held any government position. So guys, I am planning to do the validate also, so I am just putting here a name. John is the guy name also, so John Williams, because I have to validate the form, that's why at the end to show you. So let's say this guy has done 4 years of graduation study. So in India typically people do it from 18 to 22, so 19 was also 2008 to 2012. Okay, 2008 06, 2012 06. Study and level of, so I'll write let me see if I can fit bachelor's of technology in IT. Oh, I coded bachelor's, so BTech. Let's say New Delhi IT College, City Town, New Delhi, Country, India. Employment. Give the details of your employment for past 10 years including if you held any government position. So for past 10 years including if you held any government. Okay, so let's say this guy after graduating from 2012 onwards is working. So 2018 July he has been in Canada. So current activity, what is it like? He's like IT engineer, just sample. Company, let's say Toronto IT company. City, town, let's say Toronto, country Canada, province Ontario. Okay, and before that 2 is 2020. Let's say you can put current month also, that's not a problem, or you can skip also, it's not mandatory initially. Alright, and from, so let's say 2012 July, July to 2018 June he was employed in New Delhi IT company. Oh shit, previous activity, so I apologize, it should be again his job role. So he was IT engineer and he was in New Delhi IT Corporation, simply New Delhi, country India. Okay, background. Within past 2 years have you had tuberculosis? No. Any physical or mental disorder? No. Whatever is applicable in your case, you need to fill that. Beyond the validity, permit denied, entry no. Previously applied to wait, have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? Yes, he has. Have you applied to enter or remain? Yes. So you need to provide the details of your previous application. I'm just writing this, but put the work order, work permit number, visa number, and all other details here, because this question is yes. Have you ever committed or been arrested for a charge? For no. Did you serve in military, militia, civil defense? No. Have you or have you ever been a member of any political party or other group or nation? No. Have you ever witnessed ill treatment of prisoner? No. So, do you consent to be convicted by CSO or nation? Yes. Date. Okay, we can click on validate. Okay, so validation is completed successfully. Let's scroll down and see, and we have got these barcodes. When you apply electronically, you don't need to sign here, because you sign it at the final stage in your electronic. But when you do paper based application, you need to print including the barcodes and then sign here. So I showed you how you can fill that application. After that, you need to upload the file here and these documents, and as I said, you will get the next here where you need to go and accept the terms, conditions, sign electronically and pay the fee. So I'm not going to take you over there with this sample application, but I've shown you how to work on it. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you give a like and comment, and if you have any concern, any question that comes in your mind, feel always absolutely free to ask us. This is your own channel. Thank you.